wet.
What's up, guys, and welcome to fucking Wet Mouth Gaming, the show where we talk about wet mouths and things that make us wet. My name's Slurp, and this is fucking Gurp. Sick. Anyway.
Why did it zoom in so much?
Let's fix that. You turned her against me. You have done that yourself. Liar. I will do what I must. You will try.
Yeah, that was a very, cornucopia of bad acting and bad fucking script.
And it's funny because Ewan McGregor is the best thing in that fucking movie. Outside the guy who plays the Emperor. Mm-hmm. They both do great jobs acting. So when they're not given shitty lines, there's nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. Well, even when Ewan McGregor is acting fantastically but saying stupid things, yeah. It's like, George Lucas, fuck you, man. He's a horrible fucking writer and director when it comes to, character building, essentially. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Dun, 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 dun. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news in the prior week. This week, we don't have as much news, but we definitely have good news. So let's get started. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
And, yeah, we got a bunch of topics. Before we get started, I kind of want to just kind of go through games that are being released this month. There's actually a shit ton. I had no idea. We'll try and make this a regular thing at the beginning of every month. So let's jump into that. So, Uncharted, Nathan Drake Collection's coming out. Really excited about that. Mm-hmm. You too. Guitar Hero Live. I really could care less. I'll check it out, but I'm not too crazy about that. Legend of Zelda Triforce War or Heroes. I kind of want to play it because I like that it's the co-op thing again with 4 people.
Yeah.
I also like that you share your hearts. Mm-hmm. So that kind of makes it so people aren't playing for themselves.
Yeah.
Halo 5 Guardians. Looks cool.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pick it up?
Fuck no.
You're gonna play it at some point.
I'll probably play it,
Xbox
but
One.
I'm
I know
not
you're
gonna...
dying to get your hands on
Dude,
something.
I'm dying to fucking play something on that fucking thing other than Forza. So, yeah, I might. Fuck it.
Divinity, Original Sin, and Wasteland 2 are both coming to console in their director's cuts,
All DLC kind
full
of shit.
DLC things. Really
Wasteland
cool.
2's coming to console, huh?
Yeah.
Dope. I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah, well, there's some news for you. The game's really cool. I actually played an early version of it. I haven't played the complete version of it, but it's really neat. It reminds you a lot of the old Fallout games, so I know you'd love it.
Can you kill kids?
We'll find out.
Okay.
We're just gonna do a fucking rating system. Fucking,
That's my
can
MO,
you kill
man.
kids or can you not kill kids? That makes it good or bad. Assassin's Creed Syndicate comes out. I'm interested in that. It looks cool. I don't like the whole politics with the fucking season pass DLC thing, but I did like the last Assassin's Creed as much as everybody. Well, a lot of people who were loud about it hated it, but
that's Victorian England, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you play part of a syndicate, the Rooks or whatever, and it's it looks cool. It also is like the first one to have carriages and stuff, and that you can jump onto, and there's a grappling hook and shit. It's got a bunch of new stuff, so I'm interested in that. We'll check it out. Hearts of Stone, the DLC, 10-hour DLC for The Witcher 3. You guys already know we want that. Civilization Beyond Earth. By M. Night Shyamalan, Rising Tide. This is actually going to add diplomacy to that game. I still haven't played it yet. I should play it.
I haven't played it either.
I completely forgot it came out. So, and then last but not least, Warhammer Dark Watch, I believe. I thought it was called something else when I looked it up. It was called Dark Watch. Is a first-person melee combat game set in the Warhammer universe. This game always falls off my radar because it's fucking Warhammer. Looks fucking awesome.
I always think the thing about Warhammer is when you said that at first, I was like, why are Space Marines just using weapons? And then I realized that's Warhammer 40K.
40K,
not
yeah.
Warhammer.
Yeah.
Which is a very fantasy-esque.
I watched a thing on it saying that this is the first Warhammer to be set in the end time frame of Warhammer, that fantasy realm of Warhammer's storyline. So I guess it's a darker time in the storyline. I don't know anything about it, but and I guess the storyline is you're defending a town that's essentially being sieged by one of the factions, and essentially you're like the last defense of that. And you literally run around this like very Bloodborne looking or like Dark Souls looking city, just fighting these rat people, and like it's got ragdoll and shit. So I think me and you would really like it.
Fuck yeah!
But that's the games coming out this month. Hopefully there's something there that you didn't really realize was coming out, or let us know if there's any games you're looking forward to this month. But let's get to the news of the week. Okay, for our first bit of news. It's kind of news. The Gran Turismo movie, which I completely forgot they were doing, and I'm still confused on why the fuck they're doing it, has gotten new writers. Shit, I forgot who they are and what they wrote before. But I know it's supposed to be being directed by the guy who did Oblivion and Tron Legacy, so that's one thing that it's got going for it. Well, because I like both those movies.
Oh, yeah.
When I was questioning what you could make a Gran Turismo, like what would a Gran Turismo movie be about, I looked it up, and I guess it's actually about the guy that you've mentioned in an episode before, who started out playing Gran Turismo, and he actually became a real race car driver, which is really neat in real life. If they do this kind of like a fucking like a biopic, I think it'd be interesting. If they do it like a fucking Need for Speed with fucking fucking science bitch in it. What's his name?
Walter White?
No. Fucking, God. The guy with the big forehead. Fucking...
Aaron Paul.
Yeah, Aaron Paul, thank you. Fuck. If it's done like that, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in general, but if it's like that, I can't. If it's Need for Speed type shit, you're just taking a franchise like I've talked about before, like I've ranted about before, and you're just raping the fucking brand. And
bastardize it more, you prick.
Yeah. On a different note, though, they actually just revealed a bunch of actors that are going to be in the Assassin's Creed movie, and it's a bunch of like top level actors.
Yeah, well, it's Fassbender. They picked up
the dude fucking from 20 Days Later, fucking get away from me.
Yeah,
the fucking dad.
Yeah,
that's Mum's creme de menthe. Fucking gives a shit.
But yeah, so I don't give a shit about the Gran Turismo movie. If they make it like a biopic, and then that's pretty cool, I guess. But who gives a shit? Whatever.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever. All right, on to the next one.
So our next bit of news, some of the head founders of Criterion Games, famous for the Burnout games, Fiona Sperry and Alex Ward, supposedly left, and they created their own company called Three Fields Entertainment. They just tweeted their first game is going to be a spiritual successor to Burnout. They also tweeted that they don't know if it's going to be a successor to Burnout 2, 3, or 4, because they were different games. Mm-hmm. But no Paradise, which thank the fucking Lord, because Paradise sucked. It was the worst Burnout game by far.
Definitely.
And I'm pretty stoked for it. I mean,
I would rather play the very first Burnout, which I did play when it first came out. I rented that shit. There was like 6 cars in the fucking game. Mm-hmm. You could switch like between 4 different colors: red, blue, all that shit. There was a fucking truck, a sedan. They had no brand names. They had no fake names or anything. And you just raced, and when you crashed, it crumpled, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then 2 and 3 were just fucking awesome. They were
3
great.
was amazing.
Yeah. So I've bitched many times that they didn't make a fucking Burnout. People are like, well, Paradise, that was not Burnout. And they know it. Yeah. The 2 people left. Best move they ever did. Mm-hmm. Artistically. I'm sure they'd be making okay money there.
Yeah. But that's Paradise was Need for Speed. I mean, there was nothing new about it.
Had no identity.
It sucked. The like always online thing fucking sucked. Mm-hmm. The integration, I actually should say, was bad.
Yeah.
The racing was bad. The world was fucking shit. All the DLC was complete shit.
It was just a bad game, and it completely alienated the fan base of Burnout, because it wasn't Burnout. It wasn't even fucking close to Burnout. It was fucking Need for Speed, like you said.
Yeah.
And Need for Speed it had a fucking identity crisis. That's why they're bringing back Underground, because Need for Speed lost its identity, and fucking Burnout got fucking taken with that, which really sucks. How do you fucking negatively hit 2 birds with 1 stone like that? That's fucking horrible.
And also Criterion Games took over the making of Need for Speeds, like the last shows one that sucked.
That Criterion essentially lost its fucking its ability to make fun, awesome games, and just kind of got sucked up in the corporate machine that's fucking EA.
Yeah. Dude.
So it's good to see them go, hey, there's no future here for us making fun and interesting games. They're just going to keep making us pop out bullshit, or they might just fucking get rid of them because they're not making games that make money because they stopped making fucking interesting games because it's EA, and they, are going to go make a good game again. Start from fucking the beginning like they did originally. I mean, Burnout came from nowhere. It just showed up one day.
Yeah.
And it was really low end. There's barely anything to it, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
and it built into a great
better,
game.
And 3, dude, the crash mode was amazing.
Awesome. There's a bunch of good shit in Burnout 3.
I mean,
I would still play Burnout 3.
Yeah, me too.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
And that came from nowhere. So, good move on their part. Really happy about that. I really hope something comes from this that we can all go, it was worth it. For them and for us as consumers. Third bit of news, last week. Humble Bundle, the popular website and charity that essentially practically gives games out for whatever you want to pay for them, which in a way is a problem, but also great, is now offering a $12 monthly service that will allow you free games a month. It's not technically free, but you're getting a bundle of games for $12 every month.
They're kind of hopping on that subscription.
I think they're setting the standard because this is something that everybody's kind of dabbling in, and this is the future. We're gonna have like a Netflix. We're gonna have all this shit. I mean, technically, like GameFly and shit like that did it first, but like that's like saying I will say that's like saying Netflix started that first with the fucking mail rentals, but then they did actually make their digital distribution shit. I think it's good. I think it's good that they're doing that. Just because, I mean, they're turning a better profit for charities and for themselves. They still will be giving a percentage of it to charity.
5%.
Yeah. Because before, like, you could really, like, I know they had the different scales. Pay this much, get these games. Pay this much. They had to change that because people were like, 1 cent. And just fucking being shitty about it. I never paid that low.
I think I always dropped like a tenner or something like that.
$5 or $10, yeah, depending on what's on there.
Unless the average was over 10.
If it was a bundle that I was buying for like 2 games they didn't have, because I'd get them cheaper that way, but as other games I already owned, I would normally pay less. Not saying that's a better thing. They still deserve money, but that's just how I did it. But I never paid less than $5.
Good fucking, like, service.
Yeah.
I always forget about the fucking Humble Bundles.
Well, it's like they're not even like special anymore. Like they have something every fucking
the
5 days.
THQ bundle was like I remember we used to get fucking messages and it's like the new Humble Bundle is going to be out and blah blah blah. You're gonna get this.
Yeah, it was a sale better than Steam does.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's hard to beat. I do think Humble Bundles do devalue games though. That's a whole subject though we could talk about at some point. So I'm not gonna get into that. But at the same time, I do think they're good because they're for charity, blah, 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 blah. People do donate way more than those games are worth. People donate like $10,000 and shit.
Notch did 10 grand or
something like that. Somebody did like a lot of money.
Fucked up the average.
So that's great. That's awesome because that game, those indie games probably weren't going to make that in one fucking sitting like that, and they did. So it works out. It evens out. And that's great. But, feeling like we're off topic a little bit. Do you think the $12 a month thing is a good deal?
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd have to see like a few months worth of games and what has come out.
I literally think it's literally PlayStation Plus without a service.
Yeah.
It's literally the same thing. We pay for PlayStation Plus. We get some free games. We are paying for them technically. I think they're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it just depends on what games they have. Because if they're not up to like the caliber that I would like, I'm not going to pay the $12 a month for them. But if they were like, maybe a game that was released a few months ago or something like that, or even more then it's a game I wanted to check out, but whatever, I didn't get to. Then maybe.
I would be interested in doing it after seeing it, of course, seeing how they do it. I'm not just going to jump into it. But I think I'd be way more inclined to do it if it just automatically put into my Steam.
Like, just install
if I didn't
games.
have to do anything, if I give them, if they're billing me every fucking month $12, I don't want to have to come to their website and get some codes.
Yeah.
Like, just throw it on my fucking Steam for me.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be paying you for a monthly service. And that sounds self-entitled, But that would. I'm not saying that they need to do this, but if they want me to do that, I would want some kind of
service.
service.
You don't want to have to fucking be like, oh, there's this game, and this game.
Oh, it's that time of the month again. I better fucking get those codes.
Yeah. But like my biggest problem with this, and I just thought about this, it's like, so the PlayStation Plus, you pay the the $50 a year, or whatever, and you get the whole year. Those games aren't the whole service though.
$50 a year, is it?
Yeah.
I fucking give them like $17 a month.
Yeah, you're getting raped.
Yeah.
No, it's
actually I do the 3-month thing for $17.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So it's but you don't get just those games. There's so much more to PlayStation Plus than just the free games. Like I'm gonna be pissed if like all of a sudden they released games on the humble indie bundle of games I already have or something like that because I just bought them in my own spare time. And then they try to give me games. I was like, well, I just paid $12 for straight nothing. That's fun, But at least with PlayStation, if I don't like the games, I'm like, fuck it, and then I play games online because it allows me to.
You still have a service that you're paying for.
Exactly, that I feel like I'm getting my money out of instead of just being like, well, I didn't like it this month.
Yeah, I wonder how they'll handle that because after a while, I mean, you're going to have all the games. I mean, I already pretty much have a lot of the games they offer on Humble Bundles anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm curious on how they'll handle that. Other than that, though, I think for base level people who probably don't have like 300-400 games in their Steam, I think it's good. I think it'll work for them. I think people are obviously buying from them anyway, so I think it's just another way for them to just kind of lock in. Hey, you're going to be here next month to buy these games, right? And people are like, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know, or maybe like they can do like an opt-out system, like they show you the games, like, do you want to opt out this fucking month? You're like, yep. I mean, I don't know how
I mean, the
work,
opt-out is canceled that month.
Well, yeah,
but
I mean,
that's not
like,
shit. I'm not saying that's how they should do it, but that's how most people do it.
Well, yeah, but it'd be neat to have an option. Just be like, no, don't charge me this one because I don't want any of those fucking games.
Yeah, just like most businesses, they don't want to give you that.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Or
don't tell them
fucking-
anything. Just let it bill. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. So
hopefully it turns out all right though. It's a cool venture, and yeah,
we'll see. For our next bit of news, the physics company, or not the company, the company who makes the physics engine Havok, used in multiple games across multiple consoles.
Been used for fucking years
Forever.
and everything. Yeah.
Just got acquired by Microsoft. It was a company of Intel for the longest time, and then Microsoft kind of bought it up. But Microsoft also said that they're not going to hoard it.
Really?
Yeah. They're going to let other developers still use it.
Good, because I mean they put it in a lot of games, and a lot of games that are for everything.
Yeah,
they make
I mean,
a lot of
but
things
like
exclusive, and they would be alienating.
Yeah,
Havok.
like Microsoft Studios doesn't put out a lot of games, so maybe it's just Microsoft being like, it's just more fucking money because now you have to rent that engine from us.
Sure. I just know that they would bogart if they could. I just know that if they did, companies that make games like Batman are not going to use it then because they has to come out for everything.
A great and excellent use of fucking Havok engine was Urban Chaos, a game for Xbox and PlayStation 2.
Throwing a fucking butcher knife and hitting him in the fucking head and going as they flew back. Games still don't do that as well.
Yeah.
And that was fucking Rocksteady. So they did
that was their very first game.
Another tasty bit. You guys don't know this, but fucking Urban Chaos is a game for the original Xbox. It also came out for PS2, which I never saw it for that, but I see it on Amazon all the time when I roll.
I still have it for Xbox.
That was a fucking awesome game. The first game made by Rocksteady, and yeah, it was awesome. We loved it. We love it. If we ever get a chance, we'll do a fucking continued on it.
Yeah, it was the only game I've played where a guy is in the back of a truck shooting a heavy machine gun. I ran up and shot him with a shotgun. He backflipped out of the fucking truck.
Yeah, it's dope.
And it had like the weird kind of slow motion every fucking once in a while. If you got like a gnarly fucking kill.
The only game that even comes close to the ragdoll in that game that does it better is Fear.
Yeah.
And I mean that's it.
Yeah.
It has a good weight system, so people aren't just like crumpling all over the fucking place. But like, there's also like weight to their feet. So like, if their foot gets kicked up, it's gonna like pull their body because they're not just like this lifeless, weightless thing. Like,
yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it could have been like a prototype or something like that, and the new Havok engine or something like that. Or
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyway, it was fun. We're really off fucking topic now.
Way the fuck off topic.
Anyways,
I didn't know what we were going to talk
Microsoft
about this anyway.
acquired Havok.
Yeah, and they're not going to Bogarts. That's great. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I wanted to hear because I was worried that they were going to do that, and I was trying to figure out how they were going to do that, and I guess they're not going to do it because that would be really stupid.
Yeah.
There'd be way less people to use Havok, and that would have been a fruitless endeavor on their part of buying something in hopes of making money off it. So hopefully that works out, Microsoft. Hopefully you guys can offer something to Havok to make it better, and that we can all enjoy it more.
Mm-hmm. Our last bit of news is not really news, but it's more.
This isn't news to anybody.
Yeah, but it's just it kind of sucks for me because I mean,
Okay.
it Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 has released for a full $60. Let me get that right out there and right now.
That sounds worse than when you put it like that.
And it's a complete garbage ass game. It's been getting reviews across the board at like 3 out of 10s. It's janky, it's buggy, it's uninspired. It just seems like whoever made it just wanted to push that fucking nostalgia button way too hard, and they failed across the board.
I'm going to stop you right there. That's perfect. I'm going to say something real quick and then I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, so here's the thing. I had heard previously that they're going to be working on new Tony Hawk. Now, this might be my own fault or the fault of them, but I had no idea this is coming out. Now it's out. Or it's coming out at least. I don't know if it's an embargo opening up and it's coming out soon or if it's actually out.
It's actually out.
But it came out fucking super stealthy, under the radar, has horrible fucking reviews, so we're going to hear less about it after this. And it's just like, you guys were making horrible Tony Hawk games already because you ran out of ideas. You took a long break and you fucking wasted bringing it back. We're right back to square one. It's fucking stupid. Why would you bring it back if you weren't confident this was going to be fucking awesome? You could have brought me in there or any fan of the fucking series and we would have told you how to make it better. And you cell shaded a realistic looking game, which doesn't make sense to me. And you essentially just remade maps from the fucking second one, and it's just Tony Hawk. The thing you added, the one thing that they fucking added, I don't know why I'm talking to them directly, is when you're in there you can hold the grind button and come back down faster. As like a slam or whatever to get out of the air faster, which kind of makes sense, but it's stupid. And people are bitching about it because it's the same button as the grind button. So you're just like,
so if you're in the air trying to grind on something, you slam instead of grinding.
Or if you're trying to slam, you just fucking grind onto something. Like it's everything about it sounds horrible. It sounds like they're just trying to make some money off of an old property, but they fucked it because they did not care about it enough to be inspired and make a brand new generation of Tony Hawk games. They just went, hey, you guys remember that game you guys used to buy a lot? Well, here it is again. Fucking buy it, idiots. Now. Go ahead, sorry.
You know what? If they just took the fucking maps from 1, 2, 3, and 4, all of them the ones you can't get off your board, just took those and the challenges from them, and just made that all into one conglomerate, and then slapped like a $50 fucking price tag on it, but just fucking master.
It's called like Tony Hawk World or something.
Yeah, I would have bought that.
Probably, yeah.
Because
that's what they tried to do here unintentionally. And they failed at it.
Yeah, they fucked it. So, I mean, like...
So why not just be blatant about it? Go, hey, here's what you already liked, actually, in HD, all of it, $60, $50.
Yeah.
And there it is. I think people would be more inclined. But no. They fucking, hey, it's a new game. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not a fucking new game at all. Now, the question I was going to ask you is, this isn't disappointing to me at all, because they've already set the standard of making bad games, so I expect bad games. I liked Tony Hawk 2. 3 and 4 were okay. The Underground series was interesting, but I like Skate. I think Skate's a much better, more innovative skating game. Why is this disappointing to you, from your perspective?
Just because to me they tried too hard, and I think they didn't do enough research on what people want now. Because like with Skate coming out, I know they tried to do that fucking weird Tony Hawk ride to try and fucking mimic the fucking
oh god, yeah, with the peripheral
reality of
there's like the actual board you can buy.
Yeah, Skate did such a good job with the stick.
Yeah,
being able to control your feet to the stick. I mean,
I love the feeling of that, and like when you pop the board up and then grind onto a fucking thing, you feel like you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like physically, but you're actually involved with not doing a fucking Street Fighter
And the physics
combo.
were heavy, and like it felt realistic, not heavy. But like you weren't floating, and then all of a sudden wall riding, and then using that wall ride to get way fucking higher to grind the top of a brick.
I think the
Berlin Wall.
arcadiness though of I almost said Street Fighter of Tony Hawk is what makes Tony Hawk though.
Well, that's the thing, is it scratches different itches.
So when they're trying to be like skate, no, like you're
Yeah.
Tony Hawk, make it more arcadey, make it more fun. I mean, they essentially have the Mario Kart of skateboarding games because Mario Kart is a racing game at its core, but it's ridiculous and fun and fucking light and enjoyable. Tony Hawk is the same thing. It was just a bunch of punk rock music, all these scares you love, a bunch of ridiculous shit you run into, secrets in the levels, just very arcadey based fun. That was enjoyable. Make it fucking multiplayer, all that kind of shit. Like, and they're doing the fucking Need for Speed thing where they lack the identity because they're like, this isn't making the money we wanted to. We gotta copy those guys. Well, now you're not Tony Hawk anymore. And now they're at the point where fucking they don't know what the hell Tony Hawk games are supposed to be. They're just, it's like Tom Clancy stamping that fucking name on and rehashing the old games in a shitty way.
Yeah, exactly.
A 3 out of 10? That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk 5. That used to be a prestigious fucking title for a game.
Dude, Tony Hawks were fucking
Tony Hawk 2 is legendary.
It was super fucking fun, man.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I would expect a fucking 3 out of 10. And I'm quoting that Gen 1 because that's the one I watched. But that's something I would expect from, like, an indie game from, like, Japan that is, like, you're a fucking fly swatter and you're flying around after...
That Mario Paint
just
fucking
weird.
game?
It's just some weird game. They're like, yeah, you don't need to play this. We
Yeah.
played it. You don't need to play it. But it's fucking Tony Hawk 5. And it's that bad? It's crazy.
It's an embarrassment to everybody involved.
Absolutely.
Everybody involved.
And some random company made it. They only have
Yeah.
like a big company working on it.
Yeah.
Neversoft works for
Neversoft
fucking
didn't work on it.
Call of Duty now.
Yeah, so it's embarrassing for fucking Tony Hawk himself for having
Yeah.
his name on that fucking pile of shit. It's embarrassing for fucking the people who fucking made it because they're garbage. It's embarrassing for fucking the publisher who published it. It's a pile of embarrassing garbage that needs to be
Activision,
taken
right?
out like the trash.
Yep.
I mean, it's fucking shit town.
All right, so yeah, if you didn't know the game was out or you weren't thinking about picking it up, well, you're probably thinking about grabbing it now, huh? Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this week's Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming. Got a little passionate at that last part, but we're a couple of wounded fans of the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. In case you don't know, follow us on Twitter. We just made a Tumblr. All three of us constantly work on it. So definitely go follow us there. Tasty Loot Gaming. You can type that into Google. It'll pop up all of our shit because we own Google with that name now, which is great. Follow me on Twitch.tv, Sleep Division. But yeah, what do we got coming up this week? We got Just the Tip of Soma this week. This month is October. We're going to be doing scary games. So we're going to be starting this week off with playing Soma, Frictional Games' newest game. So definitely come back and check that out. And then this Friday we'll have something. But yeah, until then, thank you as always for watching, and we will see you on the next episode.
So tasty!